So it's a 6-goal thriller, as I was mentioning, at the King Power Stadium, but it was Leicester that came away with the victory, 4-2 in the end against the Manchester United side, Cass, that took the lead in the round about the 20th minute mark through Mason Greenwood. But then Leicester rallied from behind to eventually take away all 3 points. And it really was a performance that they needed, Leicester, having had a sort of mixed start to this season.
Yeah, and the opening goal was a fabulous try by Mason Greenwood. Sticks it in the top corner. Had a difficult start to the season, but they had a game plan, and their game plan was to smother Manchester United high up the pitch, and it worked a treat, and that's why they got their reward with an equaliser. And from there on in, I thought the midfield was dominated by Leicester. Tielemans and Mane just got on the ball, passed it, won the ball back regularly against Man United, which Man United as a front six, if you had the two midfielders, Fernandes and the three in front, they didn't win the ball back enough. They didn't do the work. And look, there was defensive issues as well. I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's touched on set pieces. Yes, it's all true. But they were beaten by a side that had a game plan that was, I felt, devised to stop United and win the ball high up in the pitch, and they profited from it.
It was evident that, and you're quite right what you say about Leicester, you know, they were pressing from very early on, and they were trying to win the ball as often as possible, and it proved to be successful for them. Very different from a Manchester United side that kind of, when Leicester had the ball, were very passive in trying to get hold of the ball. Now, surely, when you know you need to turn a game in your favour, the only way you're going to do that is if you have the ball. Why is that not instinct?
I don't think Manchester United have got a ball-winning midfielder of the talent that Chelsea, say, have. Kante, Henderson at Liverpool. We would have gone Fernandinho at Manchester City. You know, we've seen all these types of players. I don't think Man United have got that quality of midfielder that wins the ball back, keeps it, and moves the ball forward. You know, there is a reason why you concede from set pieces, Nat, because you're losing the ball at your top end of the pitch. So obviously teams are getting into you. They're getting high up against you, pressing you. You end up committing fouls or giving away corners, and then you might concede goals. So it is a knock-on effect of the way that Leicester played. United could not win the ball. Now, if a front six don't win the ball back for you, then that back four become under pressure, and then individual mistakes, because for the first goal, it's an under-hit pass by De Gea that doesn't get to Maguire. He doesn't react to it quick enough, doesn't go towards the ball. And from there, they concede a goal. But the tactic from Leicester from the outset was to press and play two up front. Iheanacho and Vardy with Maddison behind, and the three of them were closing down as regular as they could. Made it difficult.
We know that when Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Manchester United this season, it was the homecoming, and Man United fans were very happy and jubilant about that. But equally, it wasn't necessarily a position they needed to strengthen in. When you're talking about not having a ball-carrying midfielder, not having a better defensive, let's say, midfielder, or even strengthening more of their defence, let's say. Ronaldo's now not scored in 3 Premier League games. It's a kind of he's a luxury player that they didn't really need, and could this backfire on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Well, I think I would look rather of not going out and buying a Declan Rice or trying to, or Calvin Phillips, that type of player, like what Chelsea went and got Kante. They have had McAnally before. Trying to buy that player that makes their team hard to go through. Because centrally yesterday, between Matic and Pogba, they were just taken apart. They were making runs, pressing, losing the ball too often. Pogba was committing way too many fouls, which enabled Leicester to have set pieces. It's a problem, that. And I get what you mean about Ronaldo. Did they necessarily need it? I think Ole felt from last season, we need someone who's going to have big moments for us, lift the stadium, the euphoria around Ronaldo coming to the football club, and have a little bit more of an edge. And I think I get why he done that. And let's still remember, Ronaldo's still a top player. He didn't have a particularly good game yesterday. Look, he played 90 minutes in midweek on Tuesday, and he did, for the first time ever, he looked like a 36-year-old. Don't say that too often. And it felt like if a game, look, you can always go, well, the weeks before, people are saying he shouldn't have left him out. I thought that was a golden opportunity. But because of that criticism, and the Alex Ferguson was said, why did you play your best team? I actually felt he looked off the pace yesterday. And maybe with the travelling and playing a game, at 36 years old. It's like I said, it's only the first time I've ever seen him gone, wow, he looked off the pace today. He did.